World Sports Action presents the official Football League video. The Liverpool Story, 1988-89. Liverpool are, quite simply, the greatest. So much was asked of the club and its people this season. They responded with dignity and with pride. Despite everything, they shared in the closest ever finish to the championship. When it was over, the mood was captured by Kenny Dalglish.
We're very, very proud of the players and proud of the achievements they've had this year. I've been magnificent, really, when you consider everything I've been through. To come so close as that was an achievement in itself. Although at Liverpool we will never accept second best.
That is the Liverpool way. The season will be remembered for Hillsborough and the 95 fans who died at the FA Cup semi-final. It will be remembered also for some marvellous attacking football and the wonderful fight back in the quest for the title. Here then, Liverpool's season in the First Division. It begins with Liverpool champions for the 17th time and favourites again. There's pre-season disappointment when Alan Hansen injures a knee and needs surgery. But Ian Rush thrills Anfield by returning from Juventus after only 1 year. John Smith, the chairman, says it would be an understatement to say, "I'm delighted."
Ian Rush's Juventus experience had turned out to be the wrong place at the wrong time. But what now for John Aldridge? When the Charity Shield offered a return meeting with Wimbledon, it was Aldridge who played, Rush who watched.
This is Wise. Fashanu! Oh, it's a goal for Wimbledon! Forward by Whelan, lovely running by McMahon and Tracy. He's learned a few tricks from Besant, but Barnes can get it back in, and Aldridge has scored for Liverpool. Beardsley's touch, nicely done. That's the combination between Beardsley and Barnes here. There are two waiting across, Aldridge and Houghton. Still Barnes. Aldridge. Yes, that will do nicely.
So Liverpool take their revenge, but not without difficulty as a result of Wimbledon's persistence, and are awarded their first trophy of the season. On the face of it, with the return of Ian Rush, it won't be the last. But will today's hero, John Aldridge, be collecting his share of the medals?
When did you first hear about Ian Rush returning, John?
I just heard it on the radio in my house Thursday afternoon when I was playing snooker.
And your reaction to that?
Well, obviously Ian's a tremendous player, and for the club to have him, it's tremendous. But to do my own position, like I've just got to play to the best of my ability and see what happens.
You do accept that if a player like Ian comes on the market, the manager has to be in there?
Yeah, well, I think if Kenny wouldn't have got him, I think some other club would have got him. So I've just got to accept it and just battle on, and as I say, the last word will be with the manager.
But you are at this moment, it's not a case of turning around and saying, well, Ian's coming back, it must mean me out of the side.
Possibly will. But as I say, all I can do is just try and make it hard for the gaffer, decision-wise, and just see what happens, Bob, you know.
The opening match at Charlton is eagerly awaited. The fans salute their hero's return, even if to start with, he's only substitute. The man who replaced him, John Aldridge, well, he isn't a bad finisher either.
Away goes Barnes. Grit is after him. Shirtliff in the middle, but for Liverpool, Aldridge is there! And Liverpool are off the mark. And the man put under pressure by the return of Rush has done it again. Barnes with the cross. A bounce that eluded the Charlton defence, but not the head of Aldridge, beyond Bob Boulder, and Liverpool are on the march again. Barnes the provider, Aldridge the grateful receiver. Barry Venison, long ball towards Aldridge, he's after it, and some good work by Boulder, but he's there by Aldridge. He took the second chance superbly for his second goal of the game. What a fabulous ball through it was, though, from Venison. And here's Aldridge. Boulder does well there with a good reaction. Sadly for him, though, it falls straight to Aldridge again, who makes no mistake. Reed. Cut out by Mulby. There's the long ball again. Trying to get Beardsley away. Lurking in the middle once more, John Aldridge. Barnes coming up from the back. Aldridge is there for the hat-trick! And makes it. What a reaction. Who's heard about Ian Rush? Bob Boulder beaten 3 times by the man they said would lose his place when Rush returned, John Aldridge. A great ball played under defence again, and in the end, that was the simplest of the 3, but they all count.
The goals flow again in the Centenary Trophy. Nottingham Forest are beaten 4-1. Venison, Mulby, Barnes and Houghton on target. Next, Manchester United, who haven't lost a league match at Anfield since 1979.
Beardsley coming away from McGrath to make the pass possible, and now trying to get in beyond him. It bounced awkwardly for Bruce. It'll come for Barnes. And Leighton, who was beaten 4 times here on his only previous appearance almost 8 years ago when he came here in the European Cup with Aberdeen, really rescued Manchester United then. And Beardsley couldn't get the foot there quick enough after brilliance from Barnes. Aldridge pulling away. Help is at hand from Nicol. Houghton's made his way in on the far side, but that was brilliant from Barnes. Steve Nicol! Barnes. McGrath's header out. Collected, though, by Nigel Spackman. And when Barnes plays like this, he is a sight to behold, but no penalty. And all round Europe, they were wondering why he didn't turn on the style like that for England in the summer. Down he goes again, it's a penalty this time. So John Barnes, the outstanding individual in this first half, has earned Liverpool a penalty. It's not Aldridge to take the penalty, it's Jan Mulby, and he scores from it. Beardsley to Houghton. Round the back is John Barnes. And now Spackman. It was a muddled sort of shot. It hit the post. Aldridge. It just won't go in for Spackman. Whelan. And that's a marvellous pass for Nicol and for Rush. Off the line. Nicol after Bruce had robbed Rush.
3 games, 3 victories, but the First Division newcomers Aston Villa proved tough to crack. So does Spurs, as Liverpool draw twice. Steve McMahon's missing now. He's injured a knee.
Tony Daly, and Villa pouring forward with numbers again. Nichols across at him. Daly's won that back. And there are players arriving in the middle. McInally's amongst them. Here's Gray, and here is McInally, and Villa go in front. Evans off the line by Barry Venison. Barnes running at Price. Whelan square. Thought about it, thought better of it. And a free kick, in fact. The referee didn't like Cowan's challenge, which Liverpool have taken quickly, and Ray Houghton has equalised. They caught everybody by surprise.
Thomas. Whelan leaving it for Spackman, who's got Ablett. And now he in turn has Staunton for help, but also Beardsley infield, and Peter Beardsley has struck a goal out of nothing. His 99th in the Football League. To just remind Kenny Dalglish that he isn't worth a place in the starting lineup. On the stretch as he was tackled and hurt by Mabbott. But there was absolutely no chance for Mims. Ablett looked to the left, this time ignored Staunton, and Beardsley had pulled away, and Tottenham will be disappointed at the room that Peter Beardsley had. Beardsley has shrugged off the damage, his ears ringing to the applause from the Kop. And the score is Liverpool 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Well, Tottenham, whose response has been to bring on David Howells, their first substitution. Gascoigne and stay them over the free kick. Fenech, 1-1. Quite extraordinary. Liverpool, the ultimate professionals, caught still celebrating Beardsley's goal. Gascoigne delivered it with the accuracy that Fenech was looking for, and he obliged with a superb downward header. And Tottenham, who just had a moment or two perhaps to reflect. Oh, now Fairclough has punched Aldridge. And Trelford Mills has to take serious account of this. It was in terms of retaliation, but surely Fairclough has to go. Now this is what happened. Aldridge clearly started it by turning in, well, I don't know whether he did. There was a collision, and then Fairclough raised an arm and followed through. The law is being laid down very firmly. The card is red. Chris Fairclough is sent off.
The game finishes 1-1. It's Bruce Grobbelaar's last match until January. Grobbelaar taken to hospital with meningitis. Liverpool are fourth, 4 points behind surprise leaders Norwich. They'll be worthy title contenders for most of the season. Liverpool lose the first of several meetings with Arsenal. It's 2-1 in the Centenary Trophy match at Highbury.
Smith with a flick on. Groves, it's a goal! Groves has scored. 34 minutes gone. And Arsenal take a deserved lead here at Highbury against Liverpool, the league champions. Brian Marwood with the corner kick. A floater headed away by Staunton. And Richardson obstructing. Oh, the giveaway here. Staunton's through. He shoots, he scored. Oh, what a bad mistake by Nigel Winterburn. 79 minutes gone. The young Staunton puts Liverpool level. Looking for Smith. Smith turns it inside. Michael Thomas is there. Gets it to Marwood. Marwood scores! Oh, what a volley! What a volley that was! 81 minutes gone.
In the league, it's back to winning ways at second-placed Southampton.
Nicol searching for Beardsley. Oh, and he's got between two of them. And Aldridge is free. Liverpool are in front. John Aldridge, the scorer, created by Beardsley. Clark, here's Baker. Well, the referee's given a penalty. Gary Gillespie and Paul Rideout will appear to clatter into each other. And Derek Statham with a chance to get Southampton on level terms from the penalty spot. 1-1. Here's Beardsley again. He's been causing problems all afternoon. Statham's trying to get back at him. Beardsley goes on and puts Liverpool back in front. John Aldridge, and he's onside. Linesman flag stayed down. Over he goes, and that surely will be a penalty. Jan Molby. Easily done. 3-1 Liverpool.
In the Littlewoods Cup, Walsall restrict Liverpool to 1-0 at Anfield and hope for a cup shock in the second leg. But Liverpool come through comfortably. It's 3-1, goals from Barnes, Rush, his first, and another Molby penalty.
Beardsley. Barnes full of running on that left-hand side. All the way by John Barnes. A great break there by Liverpool, and a goal that they've been threatening to score from quite early on in the game, finally coming with 30 minutes of the match gone. John Barnes. Donald, good header. Good play by Barnes. Rush has done it! The Liverpool fans delighted. A great smile on the face of that supreme goal scorer Ian Rush as he breaks his duck at last. Benison with the free kick for Liverpool. Alton. Benison playing it in early and deep this time towards Barnes. Touchdown by him. And a penalty given for the foul on Rush by Graham Forbes. And Jan Molby already striding forwards. Scorer of 3 goals this season, all of them from the spot. Liverpool fans behind the goal, preparing to celebrate again as Molby comes up and makes it 3-0. Stuck to their job well, Walsall. They've tried to play thoughtful football throughout, which is a credit to their manager, Tommy Coakley. But in truth, they've been outgunned by a weakened Liverpool side, but Shakespeare gives them consolation. 3-1 the score, 4-1 on aggregate to Liverpool.
In the league, though, Liverpool can't find a victory. They lose 3 out of the next 4 games to Newcastle, Luton and Forest. There's a goalless draw at Coventry in between. The first defeat, well, that's a real shock. It's against Newcastle United.
It's Gillespie! Perhaps the most predictable goal of the season. It's taken Liverpool just 4 minutes to unlock the Newcastle defence. Well, Hendry looking to get in behind Liverpool here. And John Hendry's gone all the way. That's really a shock to the Liverpool system. Newcastle have equalised. Over Merendinha, and Gillespie and Hendry in a tangle, and Mike Peck, the referee, has pointed to the spot, and at the Kop end, Liverpool have conceded a penalty. Will Merendinha's nerve hold? It does!
Liverpool with 1 or 2 problems adjusting to the pace of the plastic pitch, which Luton might make capital of early on. They've got themselves a free kick. which Williams wanted to take quickly, and Barnes won't let him. Steve Foster has come forward. Harford started a run. Here is Harford! And Lutner in front. A typical Mick Harford goal. His first of the season and just 2 minutes played.
Another injury blow, Gary Gillespie carried off, so Liverpool goes straight into the transfer market. They pay £500,000 for number 6 here, David Burrows from West Bromwich Albion, who makes an immediate impression on his debut against Coventry City. But Coventry, heading for their best season for many years, made it tough, and Hooper in the home goal reacts smartly from Mickey Jin. Ian Rush still hunting his first league goal, and the Cop do their best to almost suck the ball in here. Rush can't oblige. Good game for the former Liverpool keeper Grizovic in the Sky Blues goal. Some splendid work from him, and it's a goalless draw. Let's go next to the City Ground for the game against Forest.
Chapman, and Brian Rice can force it in, and Liverpool caught out by the long throw. Pearce. Now Beardsley. Foster trying to hold him up, but he's past Foster's lunge. It'll run on here for John Barnes. Foster, then Houghton, and Rush at long last. The first league goal since his return from Italy. Forest led for 6 minutes. It's looking like another of the titanic struggles between these two great clubs. We've seen so many of them down the years. Rice. And Forest looking to impose their will again with Webb. And Liverpool, the arch professionals, have been caught out within seconds.
Liverpool are 7th now with a disappointing 12 points from the first 9 games. They're 10 points behind Norwich City. And look at Millwall, another surprise team, going so well at the moment. Struggling West Ham are next, and the Reds and Ian Rush show true form.
Rush, good effort, great play. Rush really is back in business. Just when West Ham had threatened at the other end, it's McKnight, the goalkeeper, who's beaten. A little ball juggling there, a blast with the left foot. And Ian Rush collects his 3rd goal now in 4 games. And West Ham rolling up their sleeves to try and make the maximum use of the time that remains. Burrows. And here's Beardsley, and that's 2-0, and that may well be the 3 points for Liverpool. The referee, though, needs a second opinion. He certainly awarded the goal. And he confirms his decision. West Ham, led by Ray Stewart, are not accepting that decision willingly. It's a question of whether there was a player interfering in an offside position there as Beardsley tucked it in.
Next, another meeting with Arsenal in the Liverpool Cup. It's a 1-1 draw at Anfield. Steve McMahon's fit again, and he's the substitute.
Thomas. Arsenal keeping possession quite comfortably at the moment. Harwood again. Looking for that important ball. And what an important ball it was. Met superbly first by Paul Merson, and then brilliantly pushed away by Mike Hooper. So it'll be a Barnes free kick. Or will it be a Beardsley free kick? That's something for Arsenal to work out. First, the wall has got to be lined up the correct distance. It's Beardsley, driven just over the crossbar. Merson, now for Winterburn. Here's Marwood, looking to get something on target. Pushed away well again by Hooper. Here's Barnes in a bit of space. Aldridge ahead of him. Rush inside him. Barnes might go all the way. It's in the back of the net. John Barnes. And Arsenal have made the chances, had more of the game, but it took a little bit of magic from the number 10, John Barnes. That extra bit of pace there, guiding it past Lukic, and Liverpool are in the lead. Adams, forward towards Smith. Thomas playing it to Rocastle. It struck, oh, a fabulous goal by Rocastle. And there indeed is the equaliser. What a fabulous strike by David Rocastle. Spotted by Michael Thomas, a ball sprayed superbly by him. So little space, but hit with such venom. And Arsenal are level. Oh, what a good ball there by Richardson for Thomas. And it was a miss.
Middlesbrough are next in the First Division.
After 2 months without a home win in the First Division, Liverpool looking more like their formidable selves. And Ian Rush's first goal at Anfield since his return from Italy, a symbol of the Red Revival. It came right on half-time, his fourth in his last 6 matches. And as Rush comes good, so too do Liverpool. Kenny Dalglish has reverted to playing John Aldridge alongside Rush, and having 2 natural goal scorers paid off 14 minutes from time. Rush unable to turn in a John Barnes cross, but Aldridge was there. Like his illustrious partner, scoring at home for the first time this season. Middlesbrough well beaten, and not the ideal fixture for Peter Davenport to impress his new club after his £700,000 move from Manchester United. 3-0, 7 minutes from time. Peter Beardsley confirming Liverpool's superiority. Look out, Norwich City, the champions are chasing you.
Now back to London for a Liverpool Cup replay at Arsenal. 54,000 fans see a goalless draw.
Dixon's pass only reaching Barnes. Oh, and suddenly Liverpool in the clear with Peter Beardsley. And he waited too long. And in the end, a golden chance came to nothing, thanks to some splendid tackling back by Lee Dixon. Winterburn. Marwood. Thomas. Rocastle. Oh, and Thomas making the break. Will Hooper get there first? Just flicking away with the fist. And a throw to Arsenal. Thomas hasn't quite been his dominant self so far, but there are signs there. There's the header by Smith. It's wide of the goal. Beardsley. Skipping wide of Dixon. Now he's got to face Thomas. He gets it back from Barnes. Lays it down the line again for Barnes. Aldridge waiting in the middle. Houghton in there too. Barnes' shot.
The Reds will go on to win the second replay 2-1 at Villa Park. A superb performance. McMahon and Aldridge the scorers.
Rush, good touch there. Beardsley. Good play by him. Smackman's trying to get in there. Now the flag is up. Well, that would have been Smackman's first ever goal for Liverpool, but ruled out by a linesman Smack on the far side after some excellent work by Peter Beardsley. And now Ablett. Here's Steve Staunton. Dixon forcing him inside. He was happy to go there and find Beardsley. Whelan to Beardsley again. His little touch didn't quite reach Rush. Adams intercepted, but Rush again for Liverpool. Charge down. Beardsley looking to get in there. Beardsley! No, into the side netting. Forward now to Merson. It's there for Arsenal, Paul Merson. Whelan. Houghton. Whelan, a long way out. Very impressive strike there. Whelan. Oh, some delightful play there by Liverpool. Now McMahon. And some good tackling back by Michael Thomas for Arsenal. Stopped by Beardsley. Picked up by McMahon. Long range shot! McMahon! 1-1. Hit with tremendous power. A slight deflection possibly there, but like an arrow into the Arsenal net. And McMahon's first goal of the season, after a long spell out with injury. Thomas will be annoyed that he lost the ball where he did. But McMahon hit it superbly wide of Lukic, and we'll level again. Houghton. And now Venison. Houghton shot! Oh! Goodness, against the post and behind. Ablett, Beardsley, picking out Houghton. Seems to be getting more space in this second half. Venison to McMahon. Venison again. Inside to Houghton. Oh, to Ray Houghton. A little toe poke by him. And it's in there by Aldridge. The man who couldn't find a place in the starting lineup, they preferred Ian Rush. Their top scorer, John Aldridge. They worked this move so well. A lot of credit there to Ray Houghton, a little toe poke there, and there's Aldridge with a looping header over Lukic.
Surprisingly, Liverpool now begin a period when scoring suddenly becomes difficult. They win at QPR, but 2 home games are drawn. The first against Millwall.
Confident start by Millwall. Brierley, and again. Here's Sheringham, and Stevenson's arriving. And Millwall are in front. A goal for the new boy. Beardsley. Burrows. It's come out for Nicol. 1-1. Steve Nicol.
The Ian Rush-John Aldridge combination works a charm at Loftus Road. The dreadful pitch can't stop Liverpool getting 3 more points.
At Anfield, Liverpool were up against their cup final conquerors Wimbledon, set on revenge. Despite dominating for long spells, they had only a 1-goal cushion for the most part. Ronnie Whelan picking out Ray Houghton here. Wimbledon stopped waiting for an offside decision. It didn't come, and Houghton went on to score. Well, the expected onslaught didn't materialise. and Wimbledon very nearly back on terms in the 87th minute. Cup final hero Laurie Sanchez forcing a marvellous save out of Mike Hooper. But Hooper and Liverpool hadn't got away with it. The equaliser wasn't too far off. 3 times Liverpool had an opportunity to clear their line from Jones's throw, and eventually Steve Nicol, under no pressure whatsoever, puts into his own net, much to the delight of Wise and Fashanu. Liverpool 1, Wimbledon 1.
The poor run goes on at Upton Park. The 4-1 defeat by West Ham in the Littlewoods Cup 4th round is Liverpool's heaviest in any domestic cup competition since back in 1946.
Brady now to cross it. Kelly's in for it. Ince has scored! What a goal! What a marvellous goal from Paul Ince. That's only his 2nd of the season. Devonshire with the corner. Oh, the header from Ince, and he scored! Ince has scored! He came from nowhere. 23 minutes gone. It's West Ham United 2, Liverpool 0. Hooper shakes his head in disbelief. Venison. Nichols' header, danger here. Alvin Martin getting up well. And I think the referee's given a penalty. Aldridge. And he converts it easily enough. So Aldridge gets his 8th goal of the season. Kelly, that's a good cross, but oh, it's an own goal! Out of the blue from poor Steve Staunton. He can't believe it. Well, Tony Gale can lash them in from here. Brady's missed his last 3 or 4 free kicks that he's taken, so I don't think he will actually make contact with the ball. He runs over, Gale with a shot, and it's there! Tony Gale has surely wrapped this tie up. A magnificent goal for Tony Gale, his 1st of the season.
Now, the first league meeting against Arsenal, a game that confirms there's precious little between these two great clubs.
Good shot there of all the new Arsenal boxes behind Mike Cooper's goal, the old clock end. Wilcasso.
Nelson. Oh, and over the top from Smith. That was a chance. Had to be taken quickly, it's true. But a man who was scoring goals almost as easily as he could write his name earlier on in the season, just things aren't going his way at the moment for Alan Smith. Aldridge. Arsenal breathe again, and Liverpool so close to snapping out of defence to getting that very important first goal. Good run here by Aldridge, and a well-struck shot by a player who loves to play against Arsenal. He scored in both the league games last season and of course got the winner in that Littlewoods Cup replay 11 days ago.
Whelan towards Bold. Barnes touching it now for Peter Beardsley.
Aldridge waiting in the middle. Played back for John Barnes, just wide. Well, things seem to be happening for Liverpool down that left flank, even though Barnes himself wasn't involved until right at the end there. Peter Beardsley had a lot to do with it. And carved it back there for Barnes, hitting it first time wide of the post.
Whelan shouting for it, getting it, playing it forward here for Aldridge. A touch by him for Barnes.
McMahon wants to join in the attack, but this is a lovely ball, and there's spaces here now for Beardsley to exploit. Turning ball one way, the other. The chip is magnificent, and just flicked away there. Lukic got a touch. In fact, Aldridge on the far side turned it back into the side netting. It'll be a goal kick. What skillful work again by Peter Beardsley. Dancing around those defenders, a delightful little chip. That's something to chip a man of 6'4".
Smith goes through the challenge of McMahon, determined to try and get that ball out to Brian Marwood.
It's with Winterburn, played inside now for Richardson, and then Thomas, Merson, Richardson, Smith again, Rocastle shots! That must have moved a lot in the air because Hooper moved, didn't actually get his hand to it, it seemed, but it cannoned off his chest. Fiercely struck there by David Rocastle. Oh, the deflection was from Nicol.
There's so much about each other, these two sides now, that you feel it'll take a little bit of magic to separate them.
Here's Barnes skipping his way through. Staunton on the far side. Barnes with a shot! And at last the chance has been accepted. Liverpool are in the lead. Reminiscent really of his goal at Anfield in the first of those Littlewood Cup games, in that same sort of channel, skipping past one challenge after another. Staunton came in on the left and looked for a moment as though he might get the shot, but Barnes in fact puts it across Lukić's body, and Liverpool in the lead. And now from our camera inside the goal, and the ball in there now to join it. Rocastle stopped by Barnes. Smith, Merson, Richardson again, it'll come for Dixon. Real nip and tuck. Rocastle playing it in, Smith getting in there! Arsenal level! Conceded. And Alan Smith was there to finish it off and score his 100th league goal of his career. His first goal in 5 games, and it comes to the saviour of Arsenal. Off the post and finished off by Smith. Aldridge chasing this and might win the battle. No, claims he was held back. The referee agrees, and Liverpool have a free kick right on the edge of the Arsenal penalty area. Beardsley might want a bit of this, but I fancy John Barnes will get the nod. Plenty in the wall. Lukić will want a good sight of it. Is this going to be the decisive moment? Barnes clipping it against the crossbar and over.
So Liverpool 4th, Norwich the early front runners going very strongly, and Arsenal and Millwall right up there too. And the big ones just keep coming. Next, the Merseyside derby. Everton coming to Anfield. One of the big occasions of the season. Enjoy extended highlights.
Nicol. Beardsley. Oh, here's some space for Barnes.
Snowden trying to come across quickly to hold him up, and he gets his cross in well. Aldridge was in there, flying in there, but couldn't make the touch. Houghton playing it back to Whelan. Liverpool looking really dangerous. Venison with the shot, just wide of an Everton goal. Some great striking football there by Liverpool, Trevor Francis.
Yes, and it was interesting that it all started from the back. A good run from Steve Nicol. It's obvious that Kenny Dalglish has told Steve Nicol every opportunity to get forward and support his midfield players.
And then the shot by Venison, about a yard wide, taken from the other side of the ground. A good run at the moment, Everton, unbeaten in their last 8. Previous to that, their season had really been quite patchy. And as I mentioned, they've won their last 3 without conceding a goal against West Ham and Spurs.
and against Oldham in the Littlewoods Cup. Liverpool, they've lost one of their last 10. That amazing night at West Ham. Here's Barnes.
The flag stays down. Houghton is going through. And that's the goal. Everton look at the linesman with fury, but Ray Houghton has put Liverpool in the lead. He slipped the defence, and then the supreme task, slipping Neville Southall as well. Played in there by John Barnes. Certainly from that angle it looked offside, but the flag stayed down, past Southall. And the joy of a goal in the Merseyside derby for Ray Houghton. I must say, he looks suspiciously offside to me. Trevor Francis?
Yes, it's a great through ball from John Barnes and a good run from Ray Houghton and a good finish, but I think it has to be said that he was in an offside position.
But 1-0 it is. Let's just see the player at the bottom there, Ian Snowden, as Barnes releases the ball. It could just be that Snowden does play him onside. From that angle, it's not entirely clear.
Wilson. Let's header away. On in there. And Van Hal. Radcliffe. Graceful miscue there.
Suddenly it's 3 against 2 for Liverpool. Aldridge is onside, the flag has stayed down, Barnes is up alongside him. And Barnes, oh, superb piece of goalkeeping. A brilliant save by Southall. What a fabulous footballing moment that was. I think everybody in this 44,000 crowd was, or at least the Liverpool section, was about to scream goal. Played in nicely there by Aldridge, well met by Barnes. A magnificent piece of goalkeeping by Southall.
Liverpool pushing forward again, almost getting it through to Barnes.
Now McMahon tries. Can he find the killer ball? Not that one.
Wilson. Only Cotty is up there.
But he finds him. Trevor Stephen away on the right. Trying to cut inside Burrows. Turning the young defender. Penalty given. Foul by Burrows on Stephen. And Everton now with a lifeline. It looked a trip just inside the box. Joe Worrell, the referee, had no doubts. Penalty, Trevor?
You do put me on the spot, Brian, don't you? Yes, it was a penalty.
And look who's going to take it, Wayne Clark. Icy nerve required. Few chances this season. But a golden opportunity to make it 1-1. Wayne Clark, the man who scored the winner against Liverpool in the match at Goodison Park last season. Now camera inside the goal, joined by the ball there as Hooper goes the wrong way. And we're level at 1-1. Let's have a look, Trevor, again at that penalty incident from the other angle now. You're saying that Trevor Stephen really was going nowhere there. In fact, it doesn't look such a bad challenge there.
Well, I felt the most he could have done there was perhaps gone to the byline and put a crossover.
Beardsley finding Houghton. In turn, looking for Aldridge on the far side. Took that well on his body. Watson was too close to him for him to be able to do anything with it. Stephen now with a long raking ball. Cotty heading it down for Wilson. Touched for Cotty again.
Red shirts are swarming all around him. Bracewell. Brandon Howe to Paul Bracewell. Ratcliffe. And Everton have pushed everybody forward. Wayne Clark on the far side wins it in the air. Cotty caught it on the volley, and it hit Whelan. And now Beardsley. Houghton's up there with him, and Aldridge too. Played for John Aldridge. Superbly saved by Southall. Everton look aghast at the referee again, feeling there was an offside. But again, some splendid work by Neville Southall. Aldridge in full flight, and Southall with great reflexes flinging himself to his right. And the Kop beginning to cheer. One of their favourite sons about to come on, Ian Rush. And John Aldridge, the number 8, will go off. McMahon's lost. Bracewell finding Cotty. Finding Wilson. A little chip by him. And touched in. It's a superb equaliser there. No, it's been ruled out. Clark was up there to take Wilson's chip. There's an infringement and the goal disallowed. Trevor Francis. There's the little chip by Wilson. It had only been that Clark is alleged to have been pushing down in on Burrows, but there was certainly no offside about it.
And certainly the linesman didn't give any decision there, Brian.
1-1 it remains.
Nicol. The bounce beat Cotty.
Whelan plays it through for Rush. Over the top. Southall did supremely well there for Everton, came out and made Rush hurry that chance. But for all that, the Kop behind that goal were beginning to cheer a moment of history. They thought Ian Rush was on the point of getting his 20th Mersey derby goal, and over the top it went.
So another draw. Liverpool's home record doesn't make great reading. They've won only 2 games out of 8. They've scored just 9 goals. Ian Rush has managed only 1 at Anfield. Norwich, the surprise leaders, make the most of it.
It's a huge kick by Brian Gunn. Rosario got to it, and it came off Whelan and Townsend! And Norwich City have taken the lead here at Anfield.
Just look at the gap now between the leaders Norwich and Liverpool. Norwich 33 points, Liverpool 8 points adrift in 6th place. The Christmas holiday brings 2 away fixtures at Derby and Manchester United with very different results. Let's go to Derby first.
Derby had lost only once in 9 games when they took on Liverpool at the baseball ground. Liverpool won it with a goal of real quality. Barnes and McMahon feeding Beardsley on the right-hand side. The England striker skipping Forsyth's challenge. And Ian Rush supplying the finishing touch. Rush on a high at the end of 88.
Beardsmore on the far side. Oh, there's a bit of cheek for you. Slipping it to McClare.
Great piece of keeping by Hooper. Hughes on the turn. Oh, against the post. Robbins, a brilliant save by Hooper.
Beardsley.
Aldridge has made a run one side, Barnes on the other. And Liverpool in the lead. A shot by Barnes, deflected on the way, but in the back of the United net. And Liverpool go into the lead.
Hughes. Played in for Donaghy. And now for Beardsmore.
Gone all the way. And a brilliant goal by McClare! United are 1-1.
Beardsmore. Robbins.
Nicol, they claimed handball, not given. And it's in there again!
Hansen again, pouncing on that half mistake. He's found Mark Robbins and now Mark Hughes. Sharp. Robbins tries to get in, and clears more! 3-1!
That defeat marks the turning point in Liverpool's playing record. Although they're 7th, they haven't been winning with any regularity. From now, Liverpool go unbeaten for 24 league and cup matches. It's a run that'll win them the cup and set up the most exciting title race for years. The Villa come first.
Here they come again. Beardsley, Barnes trying to get him back in. Villa just can't clear their lines. Whelan, and Houghton's round the back. Beardsley, Whelan, he scored! It had to come. The skipper finds a way through.
Carlisle United are brushed aside in the third round of the cup. McMahon twice and Barnes scoring. And then it's Sheffield Wednesday away. Liverpool haven't lost a league match here since 1964. The record holds good, but not until Wednesday have made an impact.
The movement involved Pearson and West. West going round the back. And it's Verratti. And then Proctor! The goal is given. Sheffield Wednesday, struggling at the bottom of the First Division, have beaten Mike Hooper. It all came from a clever free kick. West pulled away to head it back. Then Verratti got a touch. Out came Hooper, but he was beaten to it by Proctor, and it was over the line, said the referee, who was very well placed to make that decision. Sheffield Wednesday striving to keep up considerable momentum here. Verratti, oh, and Hooper at full stretch. The goalkeeper, who might just be critical of his own part in the way Sheffield Wednesday took the lead, certainly was at his best here. Rostron, though, to take the corner. West, 2-0, Verratti! Another set piece. Hooper already conducting the inquest. Why was it flicked on, perhaps, is the message. Why didn't they deal with it at the near post? But they didn't. West guided it on. Verratti just there for that sort of occasion. Barnes leaves it for Mulby. Oh, and Turner. Aldridge must score. No! Whelan. Nicol! Well, the Liverpool players shake their heads. It was a useful strike from Mulby, and Turner lost it on the dip. In came Aldridge, and a combination of Pearson and Turner got it away. And then it was Steve Nicol who launched himself at the shot but couldn't keep the shot down. Aldridge ended up in the net, the ball didn't. He's got nothing to smile about. Everybody but Mike Hooper in and around the Sheffield Wednesday penalty area. Burrows, Beardsley. Nicol. Oh, he's hit it perfectly! And Liverpool are back in business at 2-1.
coming in the 73rd minute. And Nicol lurking to fasten on to a clearance. And Liverpool have pressed and pressed. And finally now they've broken through in spectacular style too from Steve Nicol. Nicol, Liverpool in a hurry. Houghton, Barnes, for Houghton. He's pulled it back beautifully. Aldridge! What a recovery! Two goals in 3 minutes. Houghton doing the spade work this time. And Aldridge, to his undisguised delight, met it right on the forehead. And it flashed past Turner.
For the match against Southampton, Bruce Grobbelaar at last gets a recall. He's recovered from that bout of meningitis.
Southampton's season recently in danger of disintegrating, but they kept Liverpool at bay until 15 minutes from time. Then Steve Nicol and Ray Houghton combined for John Aldridge to show his nose for goal. Ian Rush, the first to congratulate the scorer. And 4 minutes later, Rush himself was receiving the plaudits. Liverpool have tended to build up from wide positions since John Barnes was signed. Rush prefers the ball through the middle, and you can see why. Southampton now 12 League and Cup games since their last win. Gary Ablett trying here to add to the margin of Liverpool's victory. John Burridge just keeping out the shot. And Grobbelaar marked his first game back with this splendid block from Rod Wallace. Grobbelaar's return, a feature in a 2-0 Liverpool win.
Millwall go the same way in the FA Cup, beaten by goals from Aldridge and Rush.
Yes, Aldridge. Barnes. Beautifully done. And that's number 2, Ian Rush, the scorer. Lovely play by Barnes.
Liverpool are cup favourites. They go on to beat Hull City 3-2 in round 5 after trailing at half-time. Aldridge twice and John Barnes are the marksmen.
4 in the area for Liverpool. One of them is Barnes, who scores with great ease. Demarge wants it forwards. Askew dwelling on the ball has allowed all bar 2 to come back for Liverpool. Roberts. Untimely slip, Whitehurst! It's in. Slip by Gary Ablett. And Whitehurst scores. Looking for the head of Whitehurst, and he found it. Edwards! Yes! They can't believe it. Almost the first time that Edwards has been in the match. Nicol on the right side. Beardsley. 2 waiting around the penalty spot. Barnes is over. Doesn't need the touch of Barnes. Aldridge has levelled the scores. Pressure still on. Aldridge from McMahon. 3-2. 2 goals in under a minute from John Aldridge.
In between, there's a trip to Newcastle, who've already beaten Liverpool at Anfield this season.
The bounce feeding McMahon. O'Brien behind him. A touch from Aldridge and then from Rush. Whelan trying to thread the pass through, aim for Barnes. Roeder stepped in imperiously. Grobbelaar has lost it. Mirandinha's in here. A disaster for Bruce Grobbelaar. A triumph for Mirandinha.
3 minutes gone. The expression that says it all. Mirandinha poached the goal when Grobbelaar was really beaten by the curl and the pace on the ball. Guilty of misjudgment. But Mirandinha was hoping for just such a slip and had kept running and got his reward. Great start for Newcastle. McCreary operating at right back but making the error here. Aldridge has gone to the far post. It'll reach John Aldridge, who gets a second bite at it, and it's tucked away by Rush, and Liverpool are level with a scramble goal. Rush scores it. Aldridge was involved, although you could hardly say that he deliberately made it, and it all stemmed really from McCreary losing out to Barnes, and Newcastle couldn't repair the damage. Aldridge had a very good chance, lost his footing, had to go the second time, and it came to Rush, and that instinct around goal is very sharp at the moment. And that's 1-1 through Rush. Gain of wind-assisted clearance by Wright. Mirandinha! Oh, and Grobbelaar didn't even move to try and make a diving save. It was a stupendous shot. Listen to the reception it gets. On the half volley, it swerved, and Grobbelaar thought it was going wide. It did, but to the other side of the goal, off the inside of the post. Marr. Booted away by Roda, one for Pingle to chase. Now, he says he's quicker than Mulvey. We'll see. Mulvey just jockeys and holds him up. Hendry, this is Liam O'Brien, and that's the outside of the goal, and it's a corner. Just one ball from the back, hammered long by Roda, caught Liverpool in a difficult position then. Pingle played in the cross, having decided not to take Mulvey on. Brock with the corner. Roda right in there. And it's gone off the back of the head of Pingle, I think. It's his first goal in England. And what a time to get it. What opposition to get it against. Grobbelaar came, but it was Pingle who met it. And on the line behind Grobbelaar, they couldn't keep it out. Kevin Brock's expertise at the dead ball, conspicuous again. Newcastle are back in front. They scored 3 minutes into the first half to go 1-0 up. It's 2-1 5 minutes into the second half. But Newcastle must keep their concentration. Pingle's head will be buzzing. A thrilling moment for him. His first goal of the season. It's his first season here. His first goal for Newcastle. And it's 2-2 through John Aldridge. And what a header to reply with. And Newcastle, yet again, failed to hold a lead. Smiles are back on Liverpool faces, and it was a terrific flick from John Aldridge. From Whelan's whipped ball in. Mirandinha. It's a great ball for John Hendry. It's round Grobbelaar. It's a difficult angle, and he couldn't squeeze it in. What a finish that would have been. Grobbelaar, who will take a share of the blame for both goals, did well here though, because he forced Hendry wide. This is the angle Hendry had, and that's how far away he was.
By the middle of February, Liverpool are 15 points off top spot. Arsenal seem to have been there for ages. At this point, Liverpool have only one game in hand. Although they're playing well, there's no sign of a nail-biting finish to come. Going into March, Arsenal have extended that gap to 19 points. But they've been playing when Liverpool have no matches. The Reds now have 4 games in hand. Will prove a critical factor. Even so, the bookies think it's all over. Arsenal evens favourites. The Reds 9-1 against. And now comes some Liverpool power play, sweeping aside Charlton, Middlesbrough and Luton. 11 Liverpool goals coming up. First, the Charlton match.
At Anfield, Liverpool's first league game at home for more than a month against Charlton, and Peter Beardsley's first goal in 17 games. A hint of offside perhaps, but a terrific finish under pressure, and Liverpool won up after 15 minutes. And that's the way it stayed until the very last minute. Beardsley's shot, John Aldridge quick to pounce on the keeper's mistake, and although he appears to foul John Humphrey, play waved on until Aldridge himself is brought down by Boulder. Charlton not best pleased about the decision, but the Kop absolutely delighted, and the Republic of Ireland striker with a chance of his 7th goal in 6 games with the penalty. The champions 2-0 winners, and Aldridge, Liverpool's penalty king once again.
Ripley got the better of Staunton. Parkinson in close support. And it was a difficult ball coming on the bounce for Gillespie. Grobbelaars ventured a long way and made it look very simple. Kenny Dalglish actually made his league debut for Liverpool on this ground back in 1977. He celebrated his 38th birthday last weekend and played in the Liverpool reserves 3 or 4 days ago and told me he played very well. At this stage last season, Liverpool had won 19 and drawn the other 5 of their 24 games. Looking threatening with Beardsley, and he's threaded it in. Houghton. It's an interesting pass and a very good one too. Beardsley taking on Mowbray, he's slipped him. Beardsley! It's 2-0, followed in by Ray Houghton. And this is one for Aldridge that he has taken just. Barnes. Aldridge reversed it beautifully for Steve McMahon. 4-0.
The Anfield crowd were treated to an exhibition. Luton coming unstuck. John Aldridge opened them up with the first of 5, although there was surely a hint of offside. That was simple enough, and so too was the second. John Barnes' shot only parried by Les Sealey. Aldridge snaps up the rebound. It stayed that way until 20 minutes from the end. Luton caught at the back by Aldridge. Beardsley escapes, and after a little shimmy, tucks the ball between Sealey's legs. There was more than a shade of luck about the 4th. Steve McMahon setting his sights from something like 20-25 yards. The shot deflecting off David Beaumont up and over Sealey. Liverpool in their stride now and not finished yet. Aldridge, remember, on a hat-trick, and he got it from the penalty spot. Ashley Grimes adjudged to have brought him down there. It looked harsh, but no complaints about the decision, certainly not from the terraces, and Aldridge got up to complete his 2nd hat-trick of the season. Liverpool beginning to play again, Luton with a few problems. Liverpool 5, Luton 0.
While John Aldridge gets goals, Ian Rush injures a knee playing for the reserves. He needs an operation. His return to Anfield has so far not been the success everyone expected. The cup run goes on. The goals keep flowing. 4-0, the score over Brentford in round 6.
Beardsley. Oh, lovely footwork by Beardsley. And inside Stanislaus to pick out Houghton. Maybe now. The little chip for McMahon. John Barnes to run at Feely, who gets over the fullback, now at Evans, on his left foot.
He ran from just inside the Brentford half. First it's Feely. Cochrane can't get back to make a tackle. Then it's Terry Evans onto the left foot and inside Tony Parks. Sinton under pressure from McMahon and Houghton, and there's 4 Liverpool players on this break. They don't get offside. It's Beardsley. Aldridge is in the middle. Oh, Beardsley, brilliant! Unbelievable! 3-0. Ablett. And Barnes, look at the space he's got now. He's down that left flank. Liverpool have punished Brentford. Ablett makes the spare man. Beardsley. Oh!
In the league, the Reds keep on winning those games in hand. The next one is at Highfield Road, Coventry.
Klein. Oh, what a bad ball! In for Barnes, and a goal for Liverpool. A dreadful mistake there by Brian Kilcline, and Liverpool punished it to the full.
Regis. This is Nicol. John Aldridge. There's McMahon again. Staunton.
Ooh, Krisic! Barnes is in there! Aldridge is in there! And that does count. And now it is 2. Smith.
There's the left foot cross coming in. Phillips on this side, dinking it back again towards Cyril Regis.
And touched in eventually by Bannister.
McMahon. He spotted Staunton. That was a marvellous ball there by McMahon. Off the referee. Might still come for Whelan with a shot. A little chip! Delightful goal! Ronnie Whelan!
The big spenders Spurs, who at one stage of the season were bottom, are one of the informed teams in March. Can they stop Liverpool's run of success?
Waddle, a glorious ball. Shades of Hobble, never mind Waddle with that one. Stewart. Naheem in a good position in the middle. Walsh is there with a header. Splendid effort, the best so far. And that all began as Venables was brought to his feet with the crowd with a glorious sweeping ball from one wing to the other by Chris Waddle. Great stuff from Tottenham. The best move of the game, unquestionably. Foul on Barnes by Fenwick. Liverpool's free kick. Taken quickly, Barnes. He's done well. Oh, and the offside flag goes up again as Aldridge came in at the far post. But that was good goalkeeping by Torsbeck, and he deserves the crowd's applause. But Aldridge would have been adjudged offside even if he'd made contact here, as Barnes curled that ball wickedly left-footed to the far post. Stewart at the other end for Spurs. Ablett. Staunton gives it away. Naheem. A foul, perhaps. The referee had a long look at it. Ablett's challenge. The Tottenham players are furious, and I must say my first reaction was that that should have been a penalty. Liverpool get on with it, not surprisingly. Naheem is still lying in the penalty area, injured. The crowd furious. But here's Barnes for Liverpool. Beardsley flicks it on. Houghton at the other end, and again offside the decision. Well, we have the first real controversial talking point. Naheem lying injured from the challenge which he and the whole of the Tottenham faithful felt should have led to a penalty. Ray Clements, your view?
Well, certainly I think he made contact there with Naheem, and I would have said it was a penalty. I mean, I know you've been a Liverpool supporter, I would say that wasn't, but I've got to be honest and say I thought that was a penalty.
Forward by Fenwick, good ball to Stewart. Walsh in the middle in support. Oh, he's so strong, and then he goes down on the edge. Penalty is given this time. Stewart so strong,
through the first challenge, the second one brought him down inside the penalty area. The linesman flagged, and referee Roger Milford instantly agreed. Inside the box. Ablett's tackle again. Terry Fenwick, who scored a few from the spot already this season, 5 in fact, has missed just one against Bruce Grobbelaar to give Spurs the lead. And he does so. What a start to the second half for Tottenham. Fenwick's penalty, Spurs 1, Liverpool 0. Our camera from inside the goal showing how sweetly that was struck by Terry Fenwick, sending Grobbelaar the wrong way. Fenwick on the score sheet in both games in the league against Liverpool this season then, but now he's really set the cat among the pigeons. That should make this one heck of a game, and here come Liverpool straight away with Whelan. Well, Allen had nowhere to go. Houghton challenged him, and he goes down, and it's another penalty. Astonishing. 2 penalties in the space of a minute. That's one for the record books. Allen's challenge on Houghton, and the referee again perfectly placed to decide. Penalty. So, John Aldridge has the chance immediately to level matters. What a sensational start to the second half this is. No pause for breath, but I'll bring Ray Clements in a moment. John Aldridge has scored 3 times from the spot in his 22 goals for Liverpool this season. None have been as important as this. It's 1 each. Aldridge. Well, we always felt this game would produce goals, but who could have dreamed they would both come from the penalty spot and be less than a minute apart? Spurs 1, Liverpool 1. Aldridge cancels out Fenwick's kick immediately. Howells for Spurs. It's 1-1. Barnes wins it back. Now Whelan. Houghton. Aldridge in space here, and he's found him. Brilliant finish. Peter Beardsley hammers it into the net, and this time there can be no question. Beardsley went one way. Aldridge went the other. Beardsley was picked out, and the finish was spot on. Lovely through ball, and Beardsley just picked his spot. 2-1 to Liverpool. It's his 6th goal in the last 6 games, after going 4 months without scoring at all.
Liverpool are 3rd and challenging. They're 8 points behind, and they've got a couple of games in hand. Arsenal looking nervously over their shoulders. Norwich still in with a shout as well. And Norwich are coming in a moment after the home match with Derby County, and that draws the biggest Anfield gate of the season so far, over 42,000. Liverpool beat both to extend their winning sequence to 7 in the league, and that despite the efforts of Peter Shilton.
Beardsley, McMahon. Great stop from Peter Shilton. McMahon really caught that. Micklewhite. Whelan's back at him. And Liverpool come again. Aldridge. Beardsley's gone on. Beautifully done. And Barnes got just a touch, but it was enough. Liverpool clearly in the mood. Gillespie well forward. Oh, that'll come for Beardsley. And Shilton's lost it. Well, how on earth did he keep that out? Staunton. Barnes is square. There is John Barnes. And Aldridge is on the far side. That's another very good save from Peter Shilton.
Barnes. Whelan. Staunton. Oh, dummy there, drove one in.
And Whelan! A great strike by Liverpool. And Ronnie Whelan gets his 3rd goal of the season. He really does choose his moment. And this time the cross was driven in there by Steve Staunton. The deflection came to Ronnie Whelan. He got there a fraction before anybody else, and Brian Gunn didn't see it.
On Grand National morning, Liverpool play Sheffield Wednesday. By now, they've whittled away Arsenal's lead. If they beat Wednesday, they're top.
Beardsley looking for Aldridge. No way through at the moment. But Liverpool not about to give up easily. Staunton, here's McMahon, who can strike them from there, and he does. Steve McMahon. Palmer. Oof. Wednesday living dangerously. Oh, and Fee's been caught by Barnes, and Wednesday might pay a price for that. Back at him, and there's cover in the shape of Palmer, but Barnes goes on brilliantly. And Beardsley, 2-0. Ablett. Ray Houghton. Beardsley's the target. Came down nicely for him. And Houghton's arriving again. Oh, well struck! 3-0. Benison calls of and again from Steve McMahon. Beardsley. Houghton. Whelan. Here's Benison again. Liverpool beginning to enjoy themselves. Whelan once more. Aldridge on the far side. And that might come down for Beardsley. His second, Liverpool's fourth. That's an enormous kick. Ablett's underneath it. Well, Barrick surprised everybody. Wednesday have got one back. Aldridge jumping. Beardsley's in again. And Ray Houghton, they're queuing up now. Barnes. Liverpool turning on the style.
A marvellous comeback is crowned. That 19-point deficit has evaporated. Liverpool are where they expect to be, at number 1. It'll only last until 20-5 because Arsenal win in the afternoon. But the race for the championship is well and truly on. Millwall have enjoyed a proud start to their First Division life. However, straight win number 9's coming up.
Wood going forward. That's a good ball to O'Callaghan. Barnes across to cover. And a good layoff, Hurlock. All a bit scrappy inside the Liverpool penalty area, and it breaks for Salman. And he's given Millwall the lead. Liverpool protest, but the goal stands. Houghton. Beardsley. Oh, beautiful skill by Peter Beardsley. And a good save. Corner to Liverpool. As ever, Liverpool take it quickly in by Venison. Aldridge going up. Barnes is in there. And Barnes has equalised. A rare-headed goal for John Barnes. Poor ball there by Cascarino, and Barnes quick to capitalise on the mistake. Possibilities here for Liverpool. Houghton's header, and behind for a corner. Ball was aimed at Barnes but never reached him, but Venison giving Houghton another opportunity to test the Millwall defence, and it comes to Barnes. Well saved, but Aldridge is there, and Liverpool take the lead. A vital goal in their hunt for the championship.
Victory takes Liverpool back to the top on goal difference. With 6 games to go, the talks of a league and cup double. The semi-final at Hillsborough is the following Saturday. The memory of the tragedy there will forever be part of Liverpool and football history. The loss of 95 supporters crushed on the terraces, felt personally by so many on Merseyside. Liverpool and Everton fans mourn together. A city which lives for its football grieves openly. Around the country, supporters pay their respects. There's a tangible reaction. Tottenham Hotspur, one of the first clubs to take down the fences.
Celtic coming out side by side in this very much a match of friendship. The first time Liverpool will go about their business as a football club since that tragic afternoon at Hillsborough on April the 15th. And a truly moving scene here at Parkhead. The fans mingling together, red and white and green and white scarves hoisted high, and the strains of You'll Never Walk Alone inevitably ringing around the stadium. And this is going to be an emotional occasion, to say the least, for these players. Some of them will feel a little strange, I'm sure, out there. But have you ever seen a sign quite like that? It's a wonderful scene. Just, of course, so sad that it is the consequence of that tragic event in Sheffield. The supporters of both clubs singing so lustily. Now, in a moment, there will be a 1-minute silence in memory of all those who died at Hillsborough. Silence has said so much. Barnes now taking and giving back to Nicol. Now McMahon. The Liverpool build-up is deliberate here, and McMahon and Barnes might just get in the shot. Oh, Bonner can't hold it, and it's a goal for Kenny Dalglish. Of all people. Oh, no wonder he's smiling. Barnes again, he'll always trick and tease. So difficult to get the ball off him. He shields it superbly. You wouldn't bank on him not getting his cross in. He might get another chance. Now he's still here. Oh, he's mesmeric at times, and Barnes trying to tee it up. Oh, and it's scraped away, and Bonner can't hold on. Aldridge says thanks very much, and it's 2-0. Here's McMahon for Liverpool. And he's onside, is John Barnes, and this must spell trouble. Could get one in himself. Oh, a good little curler. And it's goal number 3, and this is a feeling of deja vu here, really, as Bonner flings himself around, gets his hands to the ball, can't hold on, and Aldridge pounces again. Coyne, still nothing for him though, and John Barnes once more, the ball at his feet as it's been so often this afternoon, plays the ball forward, and Ian Rush might get a goal here. Bonner caught off his line. Ian Rush gets his goal, and Liverpool lead 4-0.
When Liverpool football resumes, fittingly, it's at Goodison. For both sets of supporters, it's an emotional occasion. The players respond with a magnificent game, even if there are no goals.
Stephen. Trying to get it down for Graham Sharp, played wide for Sheedy.
Sharp on the far side. Stevens in there as well. Sharp's in there too. Saved by Grobbelaar. And the ball coming eventually hooked away by Ablett. Some very good work indeed by Bruce Grobbelaar. After Sharp appeared to have so much time in that Liverpool penalty area. Everton now with a free kick.
Well, here's a chance again. He worked it well, didn't he? And that was a reflex saved there by Bruce Grobbelaar.
Stephen, harassed and hustled into a mistake there by Beardsley. He's got Aldridge up alongside him. Barnes streaming down the left. Beardsley's shot! Aldridge goes in! And somehow they get it away behind for the corner. Got a bit of spirit there between Aldridge, recognising some great work by Southall. The shot by Beardsley pushed away there by Southall. And Southall, a magnificent save there.
Remember, they have a cup semi-final against Nottingham Forest on Sunday for Liverpool. No doubt Mr. Clough and his team will be watching very closely.
And as Cottee now makes the break, he's brought down, and he hasn't given a penalty.
I wouldn't have thought so, because Tony Cottee just turned and started getting back onto the game, you know. I think Ablett just got a toe poke and got the ball away.
And it goes again. This time Sharp gets to it.
Cottee's in there. And somehow Grobbelaar kept that out as Sheedy went storming in. A combination of Grobbelaar and Ablett kept Liverpool afloat. So near to an Everton goal here, as we see it from our special camera inside the goal. Ablett, and it came off Grobbelaar's leg, and he would have known nothing about it.
The following Sunday, Liverpool beat Nottingham Forest in the restaged FA Cup semi-final at Old Trafford. Aldridge gets 2. There's an own goal from Brian Laws. It sets up a Merseyside final. Liverpool against Everton later in May.
Now,
that's searching out Johnny Barnes on the far side. He's free. Barnes, great save. Aldridge. A goal. John Aldridge. Liverpool in front. 4th minute. And the long ball towards John Barnes. Fox, Brian Laws. They got tangled up, 2 defenders in each other's way. And Barnes drove it. Brilliant save by Sutton. Really unlucky, the keeper. But John Aldridge, that's his instinct. That's his forte. And that's the lead for Liverpool. There's Chapman. Oh, McMahon made a mistake, and Clough couldn't quite get there, and Webb and a deflection, and that's got in! It's a goal for Nottingham Forest. Barnes again. Houghton. Beardsley. Oh, it's got in! Tommy Gaynor couldn't stop Aldridge getting in, and Liverpool are back in front. Well, quite who that finally went in off, I'm not at all sure, but Tommy Gaynor was very close to it, number 7, and Beardsley and Aldridge went in with him. Aldridge will claim it. It's Aldridge's goal. And they still find their own player, Aldridge. That was beautifully done again. Oh, and that's going to be an own goal, is it? Brian Laws. And Liverpool may now be in the cup final.
Meantime, in the league, it's Forest again, and another win.
Burrows. Oh, a little touch again from Barnes to Burrows.
Penalty! Burrows brought down. Flicked in there by Barnes, and Franz Carr's challenge on David Burrows concedes the penalty, and who knows, the fate of the Football League Championship might in fact hang on the next few seconds. If Liverpool can get a victory, John Aldridge is the man, given the responsibility. He scored 4 times from the spot this season, but never more crucially than this. He's done it!
So here we are, going into the last full Saturday of the league season. Liverpool 5 points behind Arsenal with a game in hand. The Gunners, after winning their previous 4 games, get another attack of the title jitters. They lose at home to Derby. Liverpool, meantime, are in the modest surroundings of Plough Lane in South London. It's exactly a year this weekend since Wimbledon beat them at Wembley and won the FA Cup. Can they stop Liverpool's title challenge?
Three's behind them. Vinnie Jones playing it forward again for Fashanu. Shaken off Ablett. A little touch by him. And it's in there. A real up and under. And Rush might get behind them. Aldridge trying to get behind them also. Rush. Aldridge. It's 1-1. Barnes. That's a good bit of play. And he's put it in. John Barnes for Liverpool. The players all across the field jump in delight as Liverpool come from behind to win.
Liverpool overcoming the Wimbledon worries. Queen's Park Rangers fare no better at Anfield in midweek.
The Rangers travelling fans now hoping to hear the half-time whistle. Barnes. There might be a problem here. There is. And it's supplied by John Aldridge. Hansen playing over these last few matches as though he's never been away. McMahon. Beardsley. McMahon managed to take it into his stride. It didn't come right as he would have liked it. Whelan. Oh, he's got a lot of room. And Rangers didn't get there quick enough to stop the shot. They trailed 2-0.
With Arsenal dropping 2 more points at home to Wimbledon the following night, everything looks well set for the title. Liverpool have a home game in hand. Then they play Arsenal in the decider. The FA Cup's won triumphantly. Everton beaten 3-2 in extra time. Ian Rush makes his mark at last, scoring twice after coming on as substitute. John Aldridge gets the other.
Appropriately, on a day of such mixed emotions, Wembley was once again a close Merseyside occasion.
This is Nicol looking for McMahon. Good through ball. He got away from Ratcliffe. Oh, and John Aldridge in a great position. And Liverpool have scored in their first attack. The ball played through was for McMahon, and it caught Everton. Ratcliffe was out-manoeuvred there. The ball into Aldridge was superb, and his finish was clinical. Watson heads it forward to Cotty. Sharp. Chances here. Nevin. And outside him a chance too. And Grobbelaar. And it's got in. McCall was in there. And Everton have equalised. Nicol. Oh, there's Rush in there. Rush! Goal! Ian Rush! Liverpool back in front. Five minutes into extra time. And Ian Rush, scorer of 2 against Everton here 3 years ago, swivels on that, shakes off Ratcliffe and beats Southall. Ratcliffe. Watson's up. Here's McCall again. Oh, yes! It's 2-2. And it's the same player. Stuart McCall. Dropping it wide of Grobbelaar for the second equaliser. Houghton. Whelan. McMahon, Barnes. Rush! Goal! 3-2 Liverpool. Ian Rush gets his second. Beautiful ball by Barnes. Deftest of headers by Rush. Steered it wide of Southall. And Rush repeats his feat of 3 years ago. Whistles all round the stadium. And Liverpool have won the FA Cup, the first leg of the double, and perhaps softened the pain that so many of their supporters have been through recently. And in a fine, dramatic final, surely lifted the spirits of a whole city and of the game of football. Liverpool are FA Cup winners for the 4th time, and they hope that the championship is still to come to give them their second double.
Back to the title business with West Ham at Anfield. The Hammers making a spirited fight to stay in the First Division. They must win this, their last match.
Lots of Liverpool red jerseys waiting here. Barnes, has he run it too far? No, Aldridge! Brilliant goal by Aldridge! On to Ince, Resenia, Dickens, Resenia. Good football from West Ham. Now Ward. Dickens, let it go, Resenia! Fine goal! They've equalised! Leroy Resenia! Dick's taking his time, getting it through, and he's given away a needless throw-in, and Liverpool could profit here through Houghton. Lovely run by Houghton. Yes! Houghton gives Liverpool the lead. 2-1. And on again. Dick's across to cover. Beardsley's dispossessed him, and Houghton is unmarked in the middle. He could finish off West Ham here. He has. Houghton's second goal of the game. Liverpool's third. And that means second division football for West Ham next season. And that could also mean a league championship for Liverpool this season. Ablett. Houghton dashing into space. He badly wants to complete the hat-trick, but Rush wants a bit of the action as well, and Rush might get some of the action. He has. Liverpool's fourth, and Arsenal will curse that goal. It's made their job even harder. Barnes. Still Barnes. The shot deflected, and it's gone in. It's 5.
So the stage is set for a title decider. The statistics are simple. Arsenal must win by 2 clear goals to equalise the points and goal difference. If they do that, they'll win the title because they've scored more goals. It's a formidable task, and as the teams come face to face, few in the 42,000 crowd expect to see anything but another Liverpool triumph. This match produces a night of quite unforgettable drama.
Castle, and here's Barnes. Maybe a bit of space now to work a bit of magic. Rush, a flick on for Aldridge, and back again for Rush.
Oh, driven with fantastic power there by Rush, but straight into the body of John Lukic. Real venom in that strike from Rush. A lovely little return ball played there by Aldridge, hit with such power.
Liverpool about to make a substitution. Ian Rush sadly coming off, and Peter Beardsley is on. Liverpool seeking to open up the way on this side of the field now. Staunton finds McMahon. Staunton inside for Barnes. Houghton's made a little run for him. Here's Whelan. Tipped away by Lukic.
I'd like to see that again, Brian. I couldn't help thinking that Lukic made a bit of a meal of that one. It was a good shot, straightforward. Maybe he was on the stretch.
McMahon away. Castle. The foul that time given against Whelan for his feet too high as he challenged David Rocastle. Arsenal's free kick. Winterburn and Richardson behind it. Adams has made a darting little run in there. And Smith!
And Arsenal have scored. The Liverpool players are surrounding the referee, asking him to speak to a linesman.
The linesman never hesitated at all, Brian. I looked immediately towards the linesman.
Well, let's see here. Winterburn's kick, and glanced in by Smith. But he's coming across to have a word with the linesman. Now, a crucial decision here. Well, Liverpool were claiming that Smith handled the ball. On the word of the linesman, so much will now depend. Ronnie Whelan looking on there. The goal's been given. And what a game we have now. The breakthrough by Arsenal. Their fans are delighted. The Arsenal bench wonder what happens now. Flicked across there on the far side. It was touched in by Smith. It's with Aldridge. And suddenly Houghton's through. Oh, just over the top. And as you were suggesting, as Arsenal press forward and have released that extra defender, so the gaps might start to appear, and the possibilities for Liverpool to restore that 2-goal lead. Lovely little touch in there from Aldridge for Houghton. Treatment for Kevin Richardson. Referee will have to add on time. Unless there is an amazing and dramatic twist now, it looks like Liverpool, David.
Yes, I think they've set out. They've been very professional tonight. They've made certain of doing the job. They've defended very well in the second half when Arsenal have powered forward in search of the second goal. Barnes, who probably has been as creative and as brilliant a player for them at times this season, has been mainly defending this half and quite happy to do so. And that will all be worthwhile if in a couple of minutes' time they've won the championship.
Well, there's John Barnes saying, come on, as he shouts to his teammates, John Aldridge over there. Let's just keep it going for a few seconds more. Richardson is down again. He's presumably will have to go off. And remember, Arsenal have both their substitutes already on. 1 minute to go. McMahon has got the word from the cop, obviously. But nobody knows quite how much time the referee will have on. But there's a real competitor, and there's a man who really has earned a championship medal. The faces of the players are something to behold at the moment.
I think in a way, if Arsenal are to lose the championship, having had such a lead at one time, it's somewhat poetic justice that they have got the result on the last day, even though they're not to win it.
They would see that as small consolation, I would think, David, but you can see we're now well into time added on. Just a few seconds away now for Kenny Dalglish, unless Arsenal can mount something absolutely spectacular in the few seconds that remain. Nichols in there, Barnes is in there. Adams has stopped him. Barnes has beaten Adams. Aldridge is waiting at the far side. Adams is after his man, but Barnes will not be denied. Yes, he will, by Richardson a moment ago, down and injured. Arsenal comes streaming forward now in surely what will be their last attack. A good ball by Dixon, finding Smith. For Thomas, charging through the midfield. Thomas, it's up for grabs now. Thomas, right at the end. An unbelievable climax to the league season. Well into injury time, the Liverpool players are down, absolutely abject. Aldridge is down, Barnes is down, Dalglish just stands there. Nichols on his knees, McMahon's on his knees. Suddenly it was Michael Thomas bursting through. The bounce fell his way. He flips it wide of Grobbelaar.
So after everything, Liverpool see the title snatched away at the very end. They're only seconds from glory. For Arsenal, the trophy received in front of the Anfield fans, and they react splendidly. For the Reds, though, their first defeat since the turn of the year. A marvellous fight back has just failed. But this has been a proud season for the club, one in which heads have been held high in times of tragedy and adversity. As Kenny Dalglish said at the start of this video, at Liverpool, we don't accept second best. They'll be back. Here for the record, the way it finished, Liverpool level with Arsenal on 76 points, both with a goal difference of plus 37, but Arsenal champions because they got more goals. The Liverpool goal scorers, John Aldridge, what a great season he had, 21 in the league, 10 in the cup, total of 31. Peter Beardsley, 13 goals in all, John Barnes, 14, and Ian Rush ends up with 10. We leave you with Liverpool's goal of the season, scored by the skipper, Ronnie Whelan at Coventry. Liverpool finish runners-up. They're still the team to beat, though, and they're already firm favourites to regain their title next season.